Hello everybody, Sterex here, coming to you with another video. And here we are starting with part 1 of how to make a homemade King Ghidorah. Alright, so before we get into this build, I've looked down in the comments section of and it turns out that a lot of you want me to do an Indoraptor. So that will be the build after this. Right after this we'll do the Indoraptor, okay? So that's what we'll be doing after this one. Alright, so now let's get on to this build. So first off, I'm going to go over some pictures I've got here for the build. I was asked if I could show some images of the build, so I'm just going to show you some of the pieces here. So here we go. We've got the main part of King Ghidorah. Here, the main drawing I've got here. Next. Yes, okay. So I've got, this is the main body of it, kind of just the main simple part. I don't need 3 heads because I kind of just put them in different positions and whatnot. Alright. And next we have the wings. So it takes these 6 pieces to make the left and right wing. So there's that. And you'll see how this all works out when it's being put together. Alright, next we have the left and right side of the body. Alright, so let's kind of look at that. And then these are the spikes that will go on King Ghidorah. Alright. These are the heads, all different heads, and they're slightly different positioned. Okay. And then we have here the left and right feet with the left and right main footprint, if you want to call it that. Design right there. And there have been some little tweaks I've done to the design of King Ghidorah, so you may notice some difference between these pictures and the build. Little minor things. But anyways, let's move on. And just some more spikes. And then we got the heads right here, the left and right heads. Alright. And now, after that, we're going to move on to what you're going to need. So for supplies, here are what you're going to need for the supplies. Alright? You're going to need a glue stick, a ruler, some small little tiny scissors, big scissors, eraser, little peg things, still don't know what they're called, glue stick, Elmer's glue, permanent markers, spray paint as well, paper, some cardboard. As you can see here, I kind of showed what kind of cardboard you need. Cereal boxes work thin, very thin cardboard. Alright? Okay, and also what you're going to be needing is, you're also going to be needing these little metal wires. Alright? I got these from Toy Box that I opened up, and the toys are wrapped in this, but you can pick these at Hobby Lobby. And the final thing you're going to need is an X-Acto knife. Forgot this to include in the main picture of all the tools you're going to need. But you're definitely going to need an X-Acto knife. Very important tool to have. Careful, it's sharp. Okay, and I think that's everything I really needed to show. Let me just quickly look here. Yeah, alright. So now that I, excuse me, have gone over this with you, we will now get to the build. So hope you enjoy the build, and see you there. Here we have all the pieces ready to go. Alright, so everything's been cut out, well, not fully cut out. So at this part, all I'm going to be needing is my scissors, a glue stick in case anything feels like peeling off, and my little tiny scissors. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to just cut these out, and then we'll move on to building it. So through the power of editing, these will all become cut out and ready to go. So you ready for it? Ready. 3, 2, 1. And just like that, everything has been cut out, just like that. Boom! Everything's done here. So what I've went ahead and did here is I went and coated with Elmer's glue along the edges and filled those edges up, made them all nice and tough, which is what you want to do. And I also put on these little pieces here. If you saw the Indominus Rex build, you would know how to do this. But pretty much all I did was cut out little tiny pieces of paper in little triangles, and then from that I used Elmer's glue, so I just covered it in Elmer's glue. Then I just took them, put them on there one by one, and then I used this little tool to kind of mess around with them to it nice and placed in there. I might end up taking some of these off just so I can move where the wings are going to go. But that's at that point. So everything's been done there. Let's see. So what else? What else? Oh yeah. So what we're going to build in this part is we're going to build the foot. Alright, I've gone ahead and built the right foot already. I'm going to show you to build the left foot, and then you can go ahead and build the right foot. So let me just clear this all up, and then I'll show you the build for that. Here we are with what you're going to need, and just to show you again, here's the right foot and the right wing. So that's what we've been doing. And yes, the wings are able to flap, so that's what these little pieces are here for, and that's why we got these off to the side here. And these are going to hook into the body of King Ghidorah, which will allow King Ghidorah's wings to flap. Pretty cool, right? So there's both sides of the wing. Pretty nicely done. I think it turned out pretty good, honestly. I impressed myself with this wing. Very impressed with the wing. So I'm going to set the wing off, and we'll set the other wing parts off to the side here, because we're going to just start with making the foot. You're also going to need some extra bits of cardboard covered in paper, like this. So make sure you have some extra cardboard for this part of the build. And also, you're going to need these little toe pieces. And with these little toe slices here, let's see if I can't show you. There you go. Those fit in between these toes. So they go boom, 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 boom. So that's how they fit in there. It's alright. I also accidentally put this bottom place upside down. It doesn't really matter, but this should say right here. So I'm just going to put that in because that's triggering me. So there it goes. So this would be the bottom, but I kind of just did this. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's completely fine. Completely fine. So that's that. So make sure you got your feet. You're going to need your little clippers, X-Acto knife. I don't know if you're going to need some big scissors. I don't know. Make sure you got your hot glue already. And also when you put these on, after you put these on, this is important to do, after you have them on like this, alright, and you put these little pieces on, you're going to cover these in Elmer's glue, alright? This will make them seal up and hook better there. You probably want to maybe do 2 layers of Elmer's glue on, just to make sure it's nice and sealed. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get down putting these together. And if you want to, and again, to make these little square, little triangle cuts, I simply put this down, a foot down like this, and I traced over this little claw here, and then I cut that little claw shape out. So just a little tips to help you with the build at this point. So let's get down to it, and let's start making the foot. And that's the foot. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. We got both feet. Yeah. Pretty nice little feet. Yep. Feet are done. So what we're going to do now is it could use a little more cleanup. So, you know, just take your time once you get, you know, everything built, and they just kind of clean it up, make it look nice. But yeah, it's pretty much pretty good. I am greatly happy about these 2 feet. Surprisingly, they were a little easier than the other feet. Now, the toe claws are a little more hard to do on these just because they're a tinier figure. So it's difficult to do this, but like on the dinosaurs I've done, it's a little bit easier. Because, you know, it's different just because it's not as many toes, so there's a little more room. But, you know, it's not bad. I think they turned out pretty good. Both of the feet look pretty good. I like them. I like them. Yeah, I'm down with them. This one's kind of like, you can't really see it very well. Maybe you can. You can see this big curve right there. Yeah, I can fix that. I can fix that. Anyways, so the feet are done. And now we're going to move on to making the wing. So we'll get all the parts we need for that over here. So we've got the main wing part. And then we have the muscle parts that go onto the wing. And what we're going to do is, as you can see, I've drawn little lines right here, and there's actually the same on this wing. Alright, so first we're going to glue these down like that, and then we're going to attach these 2 parts, this is a pretty easy build because everything's already cut out, which is a rare thing when something's already, all the parts are already cut out. So let's go ahead and do this, and yeah, so let's get started. And here we are with part 1 pretty much done. We got the feet made. Boom. We got that. We've got the wings done here. And one thing that I did do off camera, which I would recommend, is I took my hot glue gun and I filled all this area in with hot glue. Just because there's a lot of gaps and stuff, then I kind of smooth it out and clean it up. So at this point, what you want to do is you could wait until the other parts, but if you want to do it now, which I will, is you want to cover all of it in Elmer's glue. Again, it'll make it nice and sealed, and it actually even makes the hot glue plastic here easier to cut, which I found out. So that's that. So go ahead and do that. I'll be doing that off screen, but that will be done. So in part 2, what we'll be doing in part 2? Well, we'll be putting the heads together. Alright, so we got 3 heads. Then we will also be putting the body together. And I think that will be just part 2. So in part 2, we'll get the body put together, we'll get the heads all put together, and then in part 3 we'll hook everything together, paint it up, and we'll be all good to go. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. What else? Anything else I'm forgetting to say? I don't think so. But so hope you enjoyed part 1 of how to make King Ghidorah, and I'll see you in part 2. And until then, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.